Welcome to the last game of the night. If you're just joining us, we have Condors FC versus West Coast Cobras SC. And what should be a very entertaining game. We'll go through the lineups, starting off with the Condors. We have number 9, Yimi Atuez. Number 5, Rodrigo Silva. Number 11, Lucas Correa. Number 2,
Pablo Vargas, I'll take over. Number 14,
go.
Claudio Campesano. Number 12, Cristobal Zuniga. Now, I'm really excited to see him in goals today, especially against the other goalkeeper, Tom Robles. Number 16, Diego Gonzalez. Number 8, Oslin Escobar. Number 7, Eddie Gerardo. Now, for West Coast Cobras, captain Luke Ross wearing number 9, as usual. Number 24, up-and-coming great player, we've seen Luke Christie. Number 4, Jake Pasuto. Number 1, Thomas Robles. Number 5, Jamal Yusof, brother of a player we just saw have a hat trick in the last game for Cumbria. Number 6, Diego Florenca. Number 45, Lachlan Ryan. Number 33, Nicholas Canast. And number 8, Marco Florenca.
Ross now look for options, has Pizarro. Plays Kinas, but little dummy there to find Ross. Resets back to Pizarro. Pizarro looking to drive it forward, plays Kinas, has a look Ross. Cobras keeping possession now, plays Pizarro to Kinas. Little dummy there, just hoping it would go to Luke Ross, but didn't quite do so. My fan favourite, great save there from Zuniga. My fan favourite, Felipe Vera, is not here today, so I'm a little bit upset, but I'll have to make do. Any score predictions, do place them in the chat. Especially you, Mr. Michael Middleton. Christie now dispossessed, but Ross picks up, has a first time shot, and try to find the path of Pizzuto. Zuniga looking for options, plays short to Campesano. Silva, Campesano. Try play through, Ross picks it up the loose ball, toe poke, and Zuniga with a great save. Corner ball now. Pizzuto take the corner. Ross for the first time shot and no one's back post. And you see the frustration from Ross there. With his hands in the air going, where was someone? Long ball, but Correa couldn't quite pick it up. Ross brings it up. Just take on one, plays to Pizzuto. Down the line, finds Kinast. With an option, tries to find Pizzuto, but they do well to get in the way. Little double team action there. Kinast picks it up. Christie, shot and a good save for Zuniga. Silva added a bit of pressure. Plays a long ball, wants it over the top, but played it short. And it's a shot wide. Long ball, Kinas gets his head on top. Ross picks up the loose ball, plays Pizzuto. Down the line. I think that's one of the first times I've seen Pizzuto misplace a pass. It's nearly been perfect all the time, to be honest. Christie picks up a loose ball. Gonzalez tries to make up for his little mistake there. Christie takes a bit of a nick from Campusano and gets a free kick.
Now, we generally see Luke Ross size up the goal for these shots, and we've actually seen him score his last 2 from this distance.
Prediction, Farrell, where is he placing it?
Now, he found a gap in the wall on the right last week, and it looks like Jake Pasuto's sitting right there, so he could play Jake for the tap-in, but we've seen Zuniga now cover that with that player, so he's going to still go to the right.
And he's found it again.
Fantastic free kick there. Luke Ross, 3 from 3. And he opens the scoring for the West Coast Cobras in the first 4 minutes of the game.
And Cobras with a goal from an opportunity that shouldn't have occurred. Obviously, the foul Compostano committed didn't need to be made, but hey, if the opportunity's there, then got to capitalise. Push in the back there from Florenka. And it'll be a free kick for the Condors, but obviously not from the same distance, so it'll be a bit hard to score. Gonzalez looks to have a shot himself, and Robles with a good save and keeps it in his hands. Florenka.
Wes looks to try and his pivot, but Florenka's read that one very well. Referee's blowing the whistle and signalling that it is a Condors ball. And it will be Campusano who will take the kick.
Give him possession. Garrido with a pass down the line to find Atuez. Gonzalez wants to play 1-2 with Atuez, but didn't give Gonzalez enough time to make that movement. But it was a good idea from the Condors.
It's good to see Diego Gonzalez back this season, wearing number 16. Now he captained in previous seasons. I believe he's still the captain this season, but I don't see any armbands out there at the moment.
I don't think so. From memory, I think Vera was wearing it a few times. Who's not here today. I did mention to the stream before that I was disappointed not to see him today, especially in a game like this, as he's a man that could pull out goals from nowhere.
Garrido trying to flick that ball forward, but again, Florenka's read it well. Ross finds Christie on the flank. Florenka again. Finds the run of Ross, but it's well read by Gonzalez and headed forward. Garrido fighting it out on that far side. Now, I like his tenacity tonight. Certainly one to watch, and I see he's got some support on the stream as well.
Looking for options, tries to flicker through to find Atuez. Couldn't quite do so. Christie picks up, but Atuez makes up and sees that one out. Stops the counter-attack occurring for the Cobras.
Now, it may get a little confusing with the commentary because we actually have 2 Florenkas out on the pitch, so you may hear us repeating that last name a few times. Youngest brother on this right flank and the other one on the other, Diego and Marco Florenka. Now, that is a timeout called for the West Coast Cobras. An early timeout. Now, I wonder if this one is a strategic one. We'll have a listen into John Goodlich's team talk now. Right, so he's called the timeout to create a set play. All right, so that was interesting listening to John Goodlich's explanation of his free kick. I'm wondering if it was well enough explained to have it executed. Now, it's Ross and Christie who are lining up for the kick. Got Florenka wide on the left. Ryan's on. Oh, nothing came of it. Timeout used. Nothing executed for the free kick of anything substantial.
Again, Luke Ross was probably thinking, you know what, I could hit this here, but opted for the set play by John Goodlich.
The underwhelming, considering the timeout was called.
And a great finish there.
goal.
Torres shot out of nowhere and Robles dove and still couldn't quite get that. Condors, a team like that, can score just like that.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal finish. It's caught the West Coast Cobras off guard. Now, I'm saying that timeout benefited not the Cobras at all, more the Condors, who have reacted so well and brought themselves back a level in this game.
Again, it always helps if the Condors have a sportive team. I can't think of the word to say. Condors always bring supporters with them, and even that little morale, that intensity, always adds. If your team's down, that cheer from
It's an
the
extra
sidelines,
player, they call it, on the court. Definitely.
Well, usually for the Condors, there's an extra 10 players.
Yeah, well, in finals, they had the most amazing crowd down here
Finals
supporting
time,
them.
extra 50.
Drums, whistles, all the rest of it, all dressed up, supporting them through their finals berth, and that's what got them over the line, I believe, in a penalty shootout against Cobras to knock them out in the men's B.
Oh, that was a great final. Oh, great semi-final, sorry. Penalties, love penalties as a spectator, hate them while I'm in them.
I tend to agree with that one, being the goalkeeper. It's not an easy position to be in.
No, definitely not.
All right, so since that goal has occurred, we've seen a bit of a response in the Cobras. They've upped the tempo. They're less calm and controlled, and they're moving the ball slightly quicker. And here we see Ryan out on the flank. He's beaten one player smoothly, but couldn't get the layoff he wanted for Christie. Now we see Luke Ross in a 2v1. Save from Robles, and second save again. What a job there. Double save from Robles. That doesn't make save of the week. I don't know what will.
I initially thought the pass was going to hit Gerardo that was going to slew that, but Roberts had to pull out two great saves to deny the Condors a second.
Christie lays off for Ross, and Ross with the flick. Zuniga does so well there. Ready for the second save. His athleticism, his reach with his arms is phenomenal. Hard goalkeeper to reach, and Twez has thrown himself there. Glagovic, the referee on the far side, is not having a piece of it. And now Christie has been brought down on the other end. Did we get that one? Replay it? We didn't catch that one for the replay, I don't think. No, we've missed it. Would have been a good one to recapture there to see what had been clipped, but it's Ross again lining up for the kick against Zuniga. And he's done it again. Luke Ross, 4 from 4. I'm counting him up now. He's done very well there again. He's getting expert at those free kicks from that distance. Now, yeah, so foul count's been adding up there. That is West Coast Cobras currently on the 4 fouls. And let's get that one corrected there on this foul count. It is the Condors on 4 fouls and West Coast Cobras on the 2. Canast gets past the first player. Tries to play wide and Ryan finds back post for the run of Pursuto, but it's just a little bit too late to get there. That there is the 5th foul for Condors.
Still what? 9 minutes left to go. Condors have to be very, very careful, especially with us. Set piece specialist Luke Ross.
Exactly.
On the
If
court.
there's going to be a 10-metre penalty, we know who's going to be taking it. And he's got a great track record, and he's proved that tonight. He's got himself 2 goals.
No Luke Ross, no party. Although Zuniga's quite a big man. Banks stuff big, so I'm kind of hoping to see at least one. I don't want to see the matchup occur. Florenka trying to get past, but can't quite do so. Pizzuto. Ryan holding it up to Canast.
That's what's so good there about Lockie Ryan is he's such a fantastic pivot. He's able to receive the ball high. I've seen him turn under such pressure before. I've also seen him hold up a ball well to lay off for a flank runner. I know that if any chance I could get, I'd have Lockie Ryan in my team.
Oh, definitely Lockie the Rhino. Ryan. Again, he's a man that can do something and nothing. You put him up top and he'll work and he'll get something into that net. We have brother and brother on now. Florenka. Let's see if they can go. Florenka to Florenka.
It's good movement for the Cobras. They've worked themselves up the court, almost 15 metres from goal, pushing the Condors defence all the way back.
Canas there stopping that long ball from Campusano. Condors look for options ahead. A long ball. Ball wasn't placed on the line correctly, so it will be a turnover.
And Florenka shoots from quite the distance. You're not going to be able to catch out Zuniga too well from there.
Definitely not. We have sub for the Cobras, Noah Lemet for his first minutes today.
Great run on the far side. Has found open player and he's beaten Robles.
Very, very well.
Condors score themselves another. And that is Oslin Escobar. Now it all started with his block run far deep in his own half.
Two. Nice little ball. Get past Robles and finish nicely. Again, 2-2. This game's getting quite entertaining. You haven't put your score predictions in yet. I'll give you one final chance to do so.
Chrissy's done something and he's had to jump off on the grandstand. Doesn't look good. He's had to get straight off the court there. It looks like he's holding his knee. And a timeout has been called by the Condors. We'll be back very shortly. And it's John Goodrich who's actually finished his team talk first time ever he's ever done that. I think he's a man of many words, but he's got his boys out on the court ready to go for the second part of this first half. Now Luke Christie's come off with his injury for his knee. He's just came over and seen us there. He's not sure what he did. He just went to kick the ball and there was a bit of a wobble in his knee there, so hopefully he's all right. He's taken off his shin guards and getting some ice on now, so hopefully it's not too bad. Now we continue play here, and it's the Cobras currently in possession. And we see a new player up on the court for the Cobras, and it's his debut appearance today, Noah Lamette. He played in the under-20s and was so good today that he got the call up to join the men in green here. Ross's ball long, not hitting any target there. Now, it's not usual for Luke to play that way. He's sort of gotten out of that habit in the last while to try and keep the ball in possession and play it short. Must have seen something I didn't. Now it looks like Pizzuto's looking to take an early one, but he's played the short ball for Florenka. Florenka can't get past the defence there of Artuez. And Osland stepping forward to press high and hope to win this ball. And we've seen that now. It's unlucky that we couldn't see the goal scorer, number 9, Artuez, get that to him. Pizzuto now. Plays Lambert. Ross tries to cut inside. There's a bit of a slip by Artuez. Lamette with the sideline kick in for Cobras.
Ross now looking to find, but intercepted there. Robles now plays it back to Ross. Ross will look to drive forward. Plays the ball to Limit. Across the court, finds Pizzuto. Tries to go back post, finds Florenza, but a great tackle there from Silva.
Artuez has done well to read that one and cut the pass. It was a good run from Florenka to back post. It's Pizzuto who kicks the ball straight into Gonzalez. He loses out on this side, but the referee's blown the whistle that there's a foul. And the foul for Cobras brings their tally to 3. Now Condors still sitting precariously on the 5. They've been nice since the 9-minute mark and haven't given another one up.
Well, Condors know that they're in this game and they don't want to concede a silly goal to another.
Tackle on that far side. Now we've seen another player go down. Big knock on Florenka, but Condors have stepped over him and looks like a big one. Clock has been stopped.
From my angle, it looked like a clean tackle. Obviously, I think it was just the way the follow-through went from it. Referees haven't called anything, as they may have seen the same, but obviously we don't want anyone getting injured. We do hope Luke Christie is okay. And Florenka.
And so an injury to the leg there. He's just come past and let us know. But he is walking off.
It's always a good sign they can walk after an injury.
Still 2 on the bench for Cobras. It was lucky that they brought a couple of extra down to the game today. In Lamette, as I mentioned, his debut appearance today. Ross has read this one well and gotten out of pressure, but he couldn't keep the ball in. Now quick transition from Condors. Gonzalez searches for the pass. Can't get past Pizzuto the first time, but second he did. Osland now. Lamette. And a save there from Robles. He's had to pull out a few good ones today against Condors. They're bringing their all.
Gonzalez was quick to try and pounce on that loose ball there, but
dummy by Osland, and we see a first shot here by Zuniga. Low off target.
Straight back into the goal. Gonzalez, good first touch, take him away. Chips it over. Artuez couldn't quite get his touch right. Rus gets back. Someone gets through, cross. Tries to chip it over Robles.
Robles slid a bit there and dropped it quite low. He was leaving that top part of the net open.
I think Artuez saw that, but couldn't quite.
Yeah, he didn't get the execution that he wanted on it.
No. Ryan holding it up well, though.
With the try and turn there. Good defence there from Condors. Substitute that's just come on. Pizzuto's dropped off deep to absorb some of the pressure for the West Coast Cobras. Ryan gotten past Gonzalez, and here's Ryan for back post for Ross. Slight defection, in my opinion, off of Ortwez.
Yeah, Torres did very well to get his body in the way there.
Did. Now, Cobras are taking it to take the corner, and it's Lockie Ryan who's coming out onto the right corner.
Again, the 2 goals for Cobras have been through a free kick and a penalty. So Cobras this game haven't actually scored from open play, more than set pieces and such, so forth. Until Ryan,
just wide there. I would say 20 centimetres. That's about it. All
I was about to eat my words. They were in the bottom corner. Again, Atoiz was back there on his own. If the ball was chipped over Ross, then it might have been a bit of danger, but the under-hitting those just that little bit.
Robles using his feet. He's playing the feet of Pseudo, but not quick enough, according to Ross. He's screaming out play and hurry up and play. And now Ryan has been kicked in the back of his leg. And they've called a handball instead as he's fallen. And he's grabbed the ball there. So the refs didn't see the kick in the back of the leg.
Yeah, look, from my angle, I thought it was going to be a foul for the way of Ryan. Bit unlucky there.
Yeah, so it's Vargas who's taking the kick here. Bassano. Gerardo. Vargas back to the keeper now. And keeper's gone long. Bit of a scuff shot there. Florenka's read it well, but can't control it. Let's see Condors work up the court, but with a sideline kick in. Ross looks depressed. He's not giving up on that tenacity he's brought to the game today. He's got a lot of focus, doesn't he? You watch his movement and his tracking of his players. He's constantly checking around the court and scanning. So good to see. Lucky Ryan unhappy with the distribution from Robles there, wanting Robles to play his feet rather than his head. Now we've seen another player go down. Is that Ortwez in the corner there?
I think so, but he's getting up. Seems to be okay.
He seems to be all right there. He's been busy today, Ortwez. So is Campesano. Block and Campesano keeps it in. No, it's been called by the ref that it's gone out. That was all along the line. Debatable. We're not sitting with the best of angles, with Goodlich blocking some of the line for us as he's coaching.
So, yeah, we can blame Goodlich on not being able to see that one correctly.
Ryan again gets the turn in the shot. A lot of power on that, considering he was standing still. Now, half-time has come out
already,
of nowhere. We were so invested in the game and enjoying the commentary and the match in front of us that we didn't realise. So we've got the 1 minute half-time counting down. It's 2-2. Goal scorers currently Oslin Escobar for Condors and Yimi Ortwez. And for West Coast Cobras, it was Luke Ross with his 2 free kicks. We'll be back in about 40 seconds, so do not leave the stream, and we'll talk to you soon. Just seen Luke Christie run along the court, do a couple of side steps, put weight on his right, put weight on his left, and he's taking his bib off. So this is all good signs for Luke Christie. And a yellow card has been issued to the coach. Having a look here is Jimmy, who's coaching today. He was taking too long to get his team out on the court. And talk continued. So a few yellow cards for coaches today, as we've actually seen them issued in every second game at the moment. The new countdown. Oh, my goodness, as we speak, there's almost a goal there from Lockie Ryan. He was very unlucky not to get that one. But yes, the new countdown timer for the half time means there's no mucking around anymore. There's no extra timeout time. It's very strict. It's good. I think it's a positive introduction to the game here. Ross has lost the ball out here on this sideline, and there's a shot there saved by Robles.
Ross over the top trying to find Ryan. Brings it down very, very well. Trying to hold off a player. Has Condors all around him. Resets play. Ross trying to find Ryan. Plays Florenka instead. Kinast. They're going to drive it. Space left in the middle. Forces to save out of Zuniga, but does well to keep it in.
Done well to find that space and cut inside there. Kinast, a great addition to the West Coast Cobras this season. We got some support up in the grandstands cheering on the Condors again, nice and loudly, hoping to spur them on.
Well, definitely 2-2 game like this. Anything can happen. Long ball, Kinast.
And Florenka just hits that one high, but he did hit it cleanly on the first time. He didn't wait for it or bring it down.
A lot of power in that one. Maybe just should have compromised a bit of power for accuracy, but...
Yeah, potentially. I mean, we all wish we could do something once again, couldn't we? And try it a
definitely.
different way. Now, we have another player down.
Is on the floor. I'm not too sure what occurred.
The clock has been stopped, though, so it seemed to be quite a serious one. He doesn't look too good at all. He's not getting up. So, referee's checking on that one. Drop ball. Ball is back in play now.
Not too sure what occurred for Correa.
No, but he's been taken off now.
Hopefully he's okay.
Oh, that one's bounced in between Ryan's legs. Now Ross plays forward and exits. Florenka's shown inside and is looking for Ross again to drop off to. That stopped the progressive run of Ross that we were seeing. Kinast drops it for Ross. And Ryan now.
Ryan is usually playing that pivot role, is now fixed so just for the moment, but then
It just
make
shows
the way out.
good rotation in a team if all players are ending up in all positions, I believe. And for Ryan to start in that pivot and end up as fixo, I think that's good movement.
Well, definitely, because if you just stay in your position and there's no movement, you can't create space for yourself. Ryan being able to go from one side of the court to the other shows that, well, Cobras know what they're doing. And you see every season the Cobra is always making that final spot or semi-finals at least. So you know they're a consistent team.
Yeah, it was the first time in a long time. Last season was their first season they were knocked out in the semi-finals and didn't make it to the grand finals.
And was it by foot scarves from Rams or Condors?
It was one of them. I'll have to have a check of the statistics, but we've just seen a great save by Robles there.
Oh, yeah, apologies. It was Phoenix Futsal the time, not Condors or foot scarves.
And here's Ross now. And there's been a handball from Otwez, but it hasn't been seen.
Referee pointed to a head.
Great read by Robles. Osland did so well there to take that ball down by himself. Now the grandstands are erupting with some of that play that's just happened.
Luke Christie's back on. Seems the injury was maybe just an initial knock. Let's see if he holds up well.
Florenka's back on the court now for a substitution from Ryan. He had worked hard while he was on the court. It's understandable that he's now subs off.
Both Christie and Florenka, who got initial knocks, are back on the court, which is what you want to see. Injury is always a bad one. And flick through Florenka, Kennyard. a goal, but Zuniga covers the angle well. Cobras pressing, and now they can look to attack. Oh,
Ball hasn't bounced
Gonzalez.
kindly there for Gonzalez. It's gone backwards on him. It's unlucky for that one because he was almost in a 2v1 situation. Now Robles is energised. He's very loud at the moment. Lots of screams that we're hearing from him in goal.
Oh, yeah. Robles very vocal on the court. If he makes a save, you'll definitely know about it.
Christie is back. What injury, we ask? My goodness, absolute technical finesse towards goal, and he slotted that one in at back post. That's an amazing goal to get West Coast Cobras back in the lead.
(3-2) to the Cobras. That was a fantastic finish from Luke Christie. Hit one corner to the other. Zuniga, didn't have any chance. Again, you had an opportunity prior where Gonzalez, if he took a better first touch, could have taken towards goal, but that shows the quality of the Cobras where they can just counter and make opportunities out of anything. And as we're speaking about Tom Robles' energy, he's celebrating quite highly after that goal went in. Pseudo couldn't get past Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez put in a good tackle there. Ball there from Florenka, trying to find the run of Pseudo. Just couldn't get there in the end. And the kick has been won by Cobras, and it's 3v2, now 3v3. It's Pseudo's pass, couldn't find Ross.
Pseudo trying to play Luke Christie. Looks to play it back. Condors, can they move forward now? Atoui's trying to get past Ross, but can't do so.
Now Ross is choosing to press here. The rest of his team are starting to react. Not as quick as Ross has, though. Now Pseudo. Ross is keeping high. And they've won that ball for themselves. Have they?
Yes, they have.
No, they haven't actually. There's been a touch off Cobras on the way out, so it is a Condors kick-in.
Poor pass there. Luke Ross picks up. Pseudo to Ross. Ross with a shot, and
a
it's
lovely
wide.
turn from Ross, but he has been knocked down on the ground thereafter. Glagovic having a word with Ross. He's obviously vocally given his disappointment in that tackle, and now Glagovic is talking to Gonzalez, so hopefully that'll settle down to between the two players, because the last thing we want is another injury. Now Artuez has been given lots of space in that pivot. Florenka has allowed him to have more than necessary, but Cobras are back in possession. Oh, speak too soon. It's a bit back and forth at the moment. Ross's ball to that back post. Now look at this. Movement between the two players. Good press from Pseudo, but he's now his pants and shirt held. Is anything being called here? Yes, there's a run rolling foul. Now this game is getting more and more physical as we go on. The altercation up there with Zuniga and Florenka. And Luke and Gonzalez. So hopefully it settles down a little bit. The last thing we want to see, as I was saying before, is a serious injury between the two sides. This is such a physical game. But the referees have it in hand, certainly. Made some good calls and settled it down when it's needed to be settled.
Pseudo making a run in behind. Did well, trying to lay it off for Florenka.
Nothing wrong with that one there, and it's Florenka who finds himself at the top of the D looking to shoot. It's been a touch, though, off of Condors, so it will be a corner kick.
Ross now. Cobras on the attack. Looks to slip it through. Zuniga pushed it onto
Osland, great touch to bring the ball down. Lamet has done a tackle, but the foul's being called. Disappointment across the court. And now timeout has been called by the Condors. Perhaps to put together some sort of a free kick piece here. It's a good time to call it because the tension was getting high on the court. Now we have some great supporters out there. Shout out to Tina Campos, Dakota Van Voigt, who are out on the stream as well. Can't get enough of futsal here most weekends. Scoring, commentating, refereeing, and then can't get enough, get home and watch a bit more. We all love futsal that much. I'm similar to that. And there's a few others in the same boat here sitting beside me giving me a grin. Betim Zeba this weekends. John Goodlich. We've got Nishan Alagoda, another one who's on the streams all the time. Silent in the background doing all the work. And of course, Greg Farrell, who wears many hats and fills any gaps that are needed on the weekends.
And don't forget our proud sponsors, Joma and Onside
Yes,
Sport.
let's mention them as well.
Obviously, I mean, without giving myself a bit of praise, and Annie, we put in a lot of hard work. Whether we're commentating or not, but just to make sure things run smoothly, which I don't always do, but appreciate the patience that we receive from everyone.
There was one important person I didn't mention, and that's Jeffrey Alagoda. He's a man behind the scenes that does a lot of work, statistics, match cards, all sorts of things. I couldn't even list them off as I speak, but yeah, great man of the game. But back to it. 10 minutes to go. Cobras 3-2 up currently. The way that Condors are piecing together some of these attacks, they could get themselves back into this. Anyone's game still, I would say. Cobras don't have this in the bag. Although they have been fantastic with their threatening attacks, and they've been unlucky with a few of them. I would say Zuniga's pulled off a few great saves. But on the other side, Robles with the double save earlier.
Yes, both keepers have put out a great saves. If Robles doesn't put out that double save there, Condors are up and it's a different game. Again, 3-2 now, but Condors can pull out a goal, out of nowhere. So Cobras cannot switch off, not even for a second. Because the Condors can pounce in a moment's notice. I'm glad to see the game's intensity has stayed the same or increased even a little bit, to be honest. Sometimes you see games die down just a little bit when there's a goal or two there, but both teams want to get something out of this. Long ball to try and find Lockie Ryan, but he can't keep it in, but he sees it out for a side ball rather than a Kibbs ball. Apologies about that. I just died a little bit. Foul there from Lockie Ryan on the Condors player. Comes on and plays it across. Again, high intensity game. Cobras moving left and right, trying to follow the many runs that the Condors are putting in behind. Again, that long ball has worked a few times, but now Lockie Ryan looks to attack. Lamet doing his best.
There. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he's done an actual reverse curtain move on the court. Hang on, let's get back to that. It's Florenka who's laid it off now and a shot. It's Lamet, gets his first Supa-Liga goal for West Coast Cobras to give them that much needed breathing room that they've been searching for. And it meant a lot to the boys, you could see in the celebration thereafter.
Condors were asking for a foul previously, but wasn't given. Condors now need to really pull into their locker to find something if they want to get any points out of this game.
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt Zeba there. I've missed a few names, obviously, off the list, but I can't talk about you now because here's another chance for the West Coast Cobras. Zuniga's managed to get his leg out and see that one out of play, so it'll be a corner kick for the Cobras.
Knaus being a bit unselfish there, trying to get Luke Rice's hat-trick. Could have an opportunity himself.
Yeah. While we have this quick moment, shout out to Michael Middleton. Yes, always on the streams, always giving comments. We love to see it and we appreciate all of that. So awesome, mate. Well done. All right, the one goal isn't enough for Lumet. He's looking for another. And that was a very good shot down into the bottom corner.
Ross with a volley that's sent sky high.
All right, a little bit more on Michael Middleton. He's actually got a goalkeeper futsals and saves that he puts up weekly from all of his games that he plays. He has a fantastic goalkeeper, and he's playing for Sterling Brazza this season. So give him a follow on his YouTube account. You'll see some great drills and skills that he has.
I agree there, Leyland. Michael Middleton's a man that loves futsal, so do go support him if you can, as he supports us. Comes on, look for options ahead. Price play it. Does well. Gets double teamed, but works well to get out of pressure there. Again, still just under 6 minutes left. All it takes is a little follow-up from Robles. If he dares pair it.
Knaus pressed hard here, and he's got to do well to get that ball out, but he's been fouled, and the ref's seen that one. What's the foul count now? Let's have a look. That is Condors' third foul, I believe, to come up on the board to West Coast Cobras 2.
Again, Condors doing being a bit more disciplined in the first half, where they were on 5 fouls. But again, as this game counts down and Condors look to get more goals, more fouls may be committed. Cobras going to deal with a lot of pressure coming forward from the Condors in the next, 5 minutes 7.
Now, Cobras need to be careful there. That was a bit of a mistake from Knaus. They don't want to be conceding a goal here and having themselves sweat a little bit. What a shot there from Christie. Now Ryan chases down and presses on the far side, and he's done enough there to see the ball out. They seem to be using the keeper's feet more readily. There's lots of teams that are doing that more and more from sideline kick-ins.
Oh, definitely so. They want to try and split the court and create more space, although it does use up your keeper touch. But if you're willing to, lose that, then it provides a great outlet if teams are looking to press.
Chip to the top. Knaus looks like he got a touch on that one. Ross is giving the command to Robles to keep that one in, and he doesn't get the kick he wanted on it. He's quite infuriated by it, by the screams that we hear. Twez, Oslin, Gonzalez. And that's Robles with the long throw. He finds Ryan. Couldn't get the toe to it that he wanted. And Zuniga's gotten that one back to the Condors. Now Robles is out of goal and kicks it away. Now he's made a mistake there. The ball has flicked up and hit his arm. We'll see what is being issued here. It is a yellow card. Now I don't believe he was the last man in there. He's come forward, and I think Luke Ross may have been in behind him. You may be able to hear him yelling from here. He's trying to make sure he's covering all of his angles. He wants Marco at his far post, Ross at his near, and he's set up his wall. So here we go. It is Campesano who's lining up the shot.
Robles being particular on where he wants his players there, moving Florenka. And I think Florenka was originally there, and Robles had moved him a bit forward there.
Robles was almost behind his own wall. he should have been a step to his left instead of standing behind it, in my opinion. So, anyway.
I do agree. But now it's going to make this game that more interesting as Condors have something to fight for.
Yeah, it's very close, 4-3, and 2 minutes 30 remaining on the clock.
I'm curious to see if we get a winner or if a comeback from Condors.
And Cobras have called the timeout.
Robles now plays to Ross. Pizzuto. Again, Cobras want to hold on to this lead. Condors looking to equalise and hopefully score a winner.
Yellow card's been issued to Florenka.
I think I couldn't see properly due to the bench next to me, but I think he was just holding the ball and stopping Condors from progressing play.
This game is getting very physical. You can see the battle there with the Florenka boys trying to get that ball towards goal. And now the referee has seen that the ball did go out. So it will be a corner for the West Coast Cobras. Message from Goodlich is don't do anything stupid.
Condors bench not happy with the call for that corner, but a great play there.
Oh, and Canast has been taken down there, but it's play on. Zuniga finds the pass. Florenka's done well to read it and win it back for the Cobras. Now, Cobras have dropped right off. Condors are not pressing. Does Ross have to force the ball forward and give it back to them? He could be sitting nicely at the back, keeping possession now if he hadn't. Well, Twiz's touch is not what he wanted, and Cobras win back possession now.
Long ball, fine. Pizzuto does well to bring it down. Resets play back to Florenka. Great ball to find Ross. Can he shoot?
Oh, and that one's just wide again, but he didn't have any back post runner. But in saying that, the Cobras are playing very defensive. Now they don't want to concede another, so 3 players did stay back to make sure they'd covered everything.
Oh, definitely. Again, Condors have had 2 attacking opportunities, but have squandered them with poor passing. Cobras just keeping the ball now. Condors need to press if they want something out of this game.
Good section of passing from the Cobras. Now Pizzuto was trying to look for Florenka's run. Good build-up play from the Cobras boys there. Campusano finding the back post there in Oslin. Florenka gets forward. He drives here, manages to find Florenka again, and Zuniga's found the feet of Campusano. Goes back the other way. Final 12 seconds here. Zuniga's putting it all on the line, and he's gone as well. All to play for. 6 seconds remaining. What will the Cobras do? Can they keep the possession? Will there be a long kick again or throw? I don't know what the thought is in that. but it's risky.
0.4 seconds left. It's gonna be
Message
last
from
throw.
Goodlich's drop, 4 seconds, and that's it. Full time. Robles celebrating the loudest, and then the grandstand stand. What a game we had on our hands today. Quickly go through the statistics here. Condors with 2 goals for themselves. Oslin Escobar and Yimi Artuez. 2 goals for Luke Ross in the first half. Luke Christie and Noah Lemet in the second half. Quick look at those statistics now. It was the Cobras who had the highest number of shots in 34, but only 17 of those on target, compared to 16 and 10 for the Condors. Cobras also higher then in the attempted passes and completed passes, as you can see on the stream. Passing percentage higher for Cobras in 78%, and plus 5 passing strings 19 compared to Condors 14. It was a great game. To finish off the men's Supa-Liga 4 round 2. And the last one will be streaming this weekend.